If you ever wanted to become an actor, writer, or a director, stop waiting for someone to come and give you a gig. Create your own gig. You know, with the tools available today, you could probably make a movie on the phone that you have in your pocket. And how the truth is that nobody's going to come knocking on your door with opportunities. You have to create your own. So let's talk about how this can be practically done. Firstly, to make a movie, you need a story. But you cannot just randomly write a story that comes to your imagination and then go look for resources to shoot it. It is the other way around. So you kind of look at the resources that you have that you can get for free and then write a story that fits that. For example, locations. What are the free locations that you could use to shoot? Maybe your apartment or house, maybe your friends, maybe your granny's house. Then do you have cars? Do you have a car? Can you borrow your friend's car? Do you have a park in the neighborhood? Do you have roads that you can shoot on? Probably. So you need to kind of list down of what all resources you have as far as locations are concerned. And then let's come to finding actors. You need to talk to your friends, buddies of buddies who might be interested in acting for free just for the experience of it. Or maybe, they're like aspiring actors who have not done enough work and they're looking for opportunities to kind of build their profile. You'll find so many, man. I mean, I'm telling you. There's a lot of actors out there looking for opportunities to kind of create their show reels. Now comes the harder part, finding a cinematographer. If you don't know someone who owns his own camera and is willing to help you out, just for experimentation or something, then no problem. You could always go to online platforms such as Mandy.com, Facebook, Instagram, and, kind of post your requirement there and be honest that you won't be able to pay, but you'll have this project finished and out and you'll give them full credit. You'd be surprised of how many people would be interested to collaborate with you if they think you're genuine. So try writing a story with minimum locations, minimum characters, and something that can be shot in minimal days. Let's get back to my last movie so that we can talk about it step by step to kind of understand the process a little better. So I wanted to make a movie, and I was kind of listing down what resources that I had. I had my apartment, I had my car, and a couple of friends who would lend me their cars if I needed them. And then I had the whole city at my disposal. I had to kind of now write a story, keeping these resources in mind. We didn't really have enough money to pay professional actors, so I started looking for friends who were interested in doing that. And luckily, I found a couple of friends who were interested, and one girl who wanted to play the lead. And that's how we got our casting done. So I had to write a story with like 4 characters in it. And that's exactly what I did. After this, we went on and started searching for a cinematographer. And we found a cinematographer who owned his own camera, a few lenses, a couple of basic lights that he used to use for photography. So now we knew that we had limitations in the sense that we had to avoid night shoots and indoor shoots as much as possible because of the lack of lights. We don't want to spend more money renting more lights. We had to shoot outdoors as much as we could in natural daylight. So that saves us the whole problem of not having enough lights. It worked out fine. Even the shots that we did take in the indoors with basic lights came out pretty fine, I think. Have a look at it. I'll have the link in the description. You'll get to know. So then we went and shot this over 5 days, completed the shoot. We used the city as much as we could. There were places where cameras were not allowed without permission. I had a friend who had this little camera, man. It's called the Osmo. And we used that and shot in malls and in the airport and the metro and wherever we needed to or wanted to, really. So it's possible. It's just you got to find a way of doing it. Then we found an editor and a colorist who were ready to kind of collaborate with us for very little remuneration. That worked out fine. And then we happily completed the movie and uploaded to YouTube. Now, a couple of weeks, it was doing fine. This is where the twist is. We get a call, and it was this company, it's a music company. and they were interested in buying the digital rights of the film. Digital rights in layman terms means YouTube rights. We were really excited. We sold the movie to them and still retained the OTT rights. So we could still upload it on different OTT platforms. And for that, we went through FilmHub and distributed the film. Now it's on several OTT platforms. In future videos, I'll in detail talk about how uh, and what tools we use for story writing, scripting, the dialogue, and also about how we distributed it through FilmHub